It was a Wednesday. And a little girl named Deborah was getting very nervous.
Why?
Well, today was the audition. She's been dreaming about the audition for her entire life.
And she signed up.
And she went to the theater and she was getting nervous. And then her friend, Jackie, said, Deborah, you don't seem right, Deborah. And Deborah said, I'm nervous, Jackie. I practiced all weekend, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be fit for the orchestra.
I already know what's going to happen.
So Jackie said, don't worry, Deborah. The orchestra they accept a lot of people. Deborah said, no, they don't. They only accept 8 people. And the maestro is such a mean guy. I've seen him yell at kids before. And then Jackie said, don't worry, Deborah. I'll be here with you. Deborah said to Jackie, what instrument are you playing, Jackie? And Jackie said, I'm going to be playing the saxophone. What about you, Deborah? Deborah said, I'm going to be singing. And Jackie said, singing? But they only accept one singer during the orchestra. Deborah said, now you're freaking me out. Seriously, Jackie. I came in here nervous with the audition, and now you're freaking me out. And then they saw a boy, and the boy's name was Marshall, and Marshall was walking around with his head high, and said, good morning, girls. I didn't need to practice last night because my father is an opera singer. And I will be going into the audition for the sole role of the singer. Let me just practice my vocal cords in the hallway here. La, 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 la. And Deborah said to Jackie, Marshall's voice is so good. I'm never going to be able to beat him. His dad is a famous opera singer. And Jackie said, I think her mom is also Taylor Swift. And then Deborah said, no, his mom is not Taylor Swift. I know that for sure. Taylor Swift, it does not have any children. So then the maestro, who was a very mean guy, said, okay, you rotten kids, line up. And then there was about 50 kids that lined up, and there was only 8 spots that came through. And the first little boy went, and he was playing the drums, and the maestro said, what's your name, boy? The boy said, your name is Your name is And the boy said, my name is Peter. Your name is Peter? Well, Peter, stop wasting my time and play whatever you came here to play. And then that Peter boy was about to play the flute, and he put his flute to his mouth and he went, and the maestro said, enough! I've heard enough. You have no talent, boy. Get out of here. And then Peter walked away. And then there was another girl that came, and the conductor, the maestro, said, what's your name, little girl? And be quick, not like Peter. She said, my name is Neve.
Neve?
And he said, okay, Neve, what can you do? She said, well, I'm the piano player. And he said, okay, well, what are you waiting for? Play the piano. So she went to go sit at the piano, and she was about to play the song when he said, no, you're out. She said, I didn't even start. He said, I don't like how you sit your butt on the chair. What do you mean my butt on the chair? You're ruining my chair. Get out of here. And then it was Marshall's turn. And then he came up, and then he said, and then Maestro said, I know you. You're Peter Danello's child, aren't you? And Marshall said, yes, I am. And I am here to be the sole singer of this orchestra. Maestro said, all right, let's see what you can do. And then Marshall said, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, la, la. And then Maestro said, okay. You seem to have some range. Not bad, not bad. All right, take a seat right there. We might accept you. And then Jackie came. And Jackie said, and the Maestro said, what's your name? She said, oh, my name is Jackie. Okay, what are you waiting for? Do your thing. Jackie started playing the saxophone. He said, are you playing a clown song? She said, I can play something different. Okay, what can you play? I can play Doja Cat. Maestro said, okay, pretty good, pretty good. I like that Doja Cat song. Okay, you're in Juku. My name is Jackie. Whatever your name is. And then there was another boy that came, and his name was Varun. And then Maestro said, what's your name, boy? Boy said, my name is Varun. He said, okay, what are you gonna play? I'm gonna play the tabla. The tabla? What's the tabla? I never heard of a tabla. And then Varun said, well, actually, I'm Indian, and you're Indian? What is that, like Indian food? Yeah, kind of. But see, in India, they have this instrument called the tabla. A tabla? A tabla? What, in a tub, like a shower? No. Varun said, no, it's actually, it makes a cool sound, kind of like a drum. Let me play it for you. Okay, play it. And he played it, and it was like, boom, boom, tit, boom, 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 tit, boom, boom, tit, boom, 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 tit. And Maestro said, I like it, but there's no room for tubs in our bag. Get your tub out of here. Varun said, it's a tabla. And then, finally, after all the kids left, the last person was the girl that has been waiting the longest, and she was scared. She was so scared. She was nervous, and she walked up and she said, hi. He said, okay, you're the last person. What are you doing?
Hiya!
She said, I'm going to be singing. Singing? But there's only one spot, and we got that Paw Patrol kid. Excuse me, my name is a Paw Patrol kid. My name is Marshall, but I'm not a Paw Patrol. Whatever. You're going to be singing, girl? Okay. She said, I've been practicing all weekend. All right, let's hear you. Then she said, will you have some music that you can play in the background? Sure. Conductor, play music. And then the conductor played some music, and then she started singing. She started singing like this. Once there was a tiger named Blue, and it came today like it was kind of blue. And then the maestro said, I don't know what you're saying, but I like your voice. You have something special. Paw Patrol kid, you're out. Marshall said, What do you mean I'm out? My dad is a famous opera singer and my mom is Taylor Swift. And Jackie said, I told you her mom is Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, Marshall. This girl is much better than you. And now we have our team. Next, and I want everybody to show up to
Who's the 8 people on the team?
some other people. And then I want you to show up tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock in the morning and we'll be practicing. And they were all so happy. And from then on, that's how the orchestra got created.
Okay, but who's the 8 people in the orchestra?
And then there was a girl that said,
No,
Who's the 8
actually.
There was other people. I couldn't tell you the whole story, but there was other people.